In today's Watch Dogs video, I want to talk about Watch Dogs 4 and why I'm super excited for a new Watch Dogs game. As you guys know, I'm always excited talking about Watch Dogs, but what is actually the reason for that and why should you be excited too? Obviously, the potential for Watch Dogs 4 is very huge. Now, Legion, the third game in the series, already sold 1.9 million digital units in only the 3 first days. To get a perspective here, Watch Dogs 2 was sold 10 million times till March 2020, meaning that this game has been sold in 3 days, already 20% of the total sales of Watch Dogs 2. And yes, of course, in 2020, Watch Dogs Legion has been delayed, and delaying games costs a lot of money because if they could release the game already, they don't have to work as much on it anymore and they can profit. But because they had to work a little bit longer on the entire game, every single day cost them extra money. So Watch Dogs Legion obviously needed some extra time in the oven, but in the meantime, they also created that recruitment system, which they didn't actually do beforehand. They created that during the delay, and it made the game really stand out. It's really hard to tell what Watch Dogs 4 will bring. Will they continue with the recruitment system, which made the game very iconic in the third game of the series, or will they continue with maybe a character like Marcus or Aiden Pierce or maybe even Wrench, which are obviously all very iconic characters from the first and the second game. But there's also a chance that they will come up with a brand new character which we can fall in love with once again. You know, right now it's very hard to see which direction we are heading with the Watch Dogs series. Let me know down below in the comments what you think. It was actually very nerve-wracking to see Watch Dogs Legion get pushed back so late in 2020 because all of the big titles were coming out, and even Cyberpunk, which was also in a futuristic world and could really interfere with the sales of Watch Dogs Legion. Ubisoft ended up being lucky with Cyberpunk delayed, but after all, Cyberpunk was a buggy mess and everyone saw that directly, which drove even more players to Watch Dogs Legion. But at the same time, Ubisoft also shot themselves in the foot, releasing Watch Dogs Legion, Phoenix Rising, as well as Assassin's Creed Valhalla all in the same month, and the market was literally just too crowded. I don't know if the next upcoming Watch Dogs game will be Watch Dogs 4, since the last one was not Watch Dogs 3 but Watch Dogs Legion, but they simply have a huge potential with a new Watch Dogs title, because last year everyone was at home playing their games and game sales literally went through the roof, which obviously increases the overall market of games, which is the biggest entertainment industry in the world. The gaming industry much bigger than the film and music industry both combined. They are now even bigger than before, and of course a huge chunk of that is open world games, which now even grew bigger. And of course Ubisoft is already big in the open world genre and has very big titles like Assassin's Creed, Watch Dogs, Far Cry, and also Tom Clancy's The Division, and way more. Also good to keep in mind is that Assassin's Creed Valhalla already sold twice as much copies as Odyssey did in the same time period, simply making it the most thriving game in the entire Ubisoft franchise, and most of the income is now flowing from that Assassin's Creed game, so you can also expect them to pay more attention to that game than they will to, for example, Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs 2 released on November 15, 2016, and 4 years later we received Watch Dogs Legion, so it actually took us 4 years to receive yet another game in the series, and a 4-year development time for a game is not even that much. It is literally a no-brainer for Ubisoft to come with a brand new Watch Dogs game in a couple of years, because like I said, there's so much potential for a brand new open world game in the next couple of years. I don't know if they're working on it already. I haven't spoke about it with Ubisoft just yet, but if I know, I will let you guys know right here on the channel. And one more reason would be it is very interesting for Ubisoft to drop another game that they know is going to perform well, instead of dropping a completely new IP and having to risk invested money in a brand new project which they don't know if anyone will buy. I'm also asking myself, where could Watch Dogs 4 be taking place? The first game was taking place in Chicago, the second one in San Francisco, the Bay Area, and then the third game in London. And now I'm wondering, where could the next location be? If you have any suggestions, let us know down below in the comments. I just think that overall the Watch Dogs Legion community is one of the most friendly communities I have seen in a very long time. Even if you go on Twitter and you ask something just in a tweet from Watch Dogs Legion, for example, they often reply. They are literally trying to help out anyone with a question, with an error. You know, they're actually really curious to see if there are glitches, bugs, and constantly are working on the game, improving and updating it over and over again. It's for sure not every single studio that does the same thing and actually replies to you when you have a question or you want to simply tell them something. You know, they will reply each and every single time on Twitter, which I think is a real blessing. I think Watch Dogs Legion really proved what some extra time in the oven could actually do for a Watch Dogs game, and I hope that they're taking a much more time for Watch Dogs 4 too, to make sure that this game is an absolute banger. But you can just feel how much work went into Legion already, looking at all the extra content, you know, the season pass, all the extra characters that they put in. They just really know what to put in. That everyone wanted Wrench back, that everyone wanted Aiden back, and even a crossover with Assassin's Creed, which is obviously genius. I'm always very curious to know from you guys what you want to see in Watch Dogs 4. Do you want to see new main characters? Do you want Watch Dogs to still have that recruitment system that we saw in Legion? And where do you think the game will be based, or where should it be based? So if you do not know my channel really, I assume that you guys do play Watch Dogs, or at least played one of the earlier Watch Dogs games. I'm working together with Ubisoft to make the best Watch Dogs Legion videos and overall Watch Dogs videos right here on the channel. Just in general, guides, information, news, and everything that you need to know about Watch Dogs, about the newest Ubisoft games. I cover it right here on the channel, and as you've noticed, at supersonic speed. Watch Dogs is really an amazing franchise, and I really hope that Watch Dogs 4 is going to blow the franchise even into something bigger. For more Ubisoft and open world games, make sure to go ahead and follow me on Instagram and Twitter. The links are down below. If you found this video helpful in any way, make sure to hit the like on this video, subscribe and ring the bell for way more Watch Dogs videos right here on the channel. 2 more videos on the screen, one for you to click on. This is me, boy Cheez. I am out. Peace.